pengajaran dan pembelajaran sains dengan matematik dalam bahasa Malaysia?
For me, I don't agree lah. Saya tak setuju sebab I feel that after such long years, they have been implementing all this for 6 years. Suddenly they want to stop, and I think the government still should continue teaching math and science in English, because there is a really good impact for our future generations. And the thing is, if you want to think about people in rural area, I am a kampung girls, my sister also in kampung girls, and then none of my family members can speak English except me and my sister. So my sister's doing quite well. I mean, it helped her quite a lot, and now she's studying in Cairo, in Malay. And if not because of this, teaching in math and science in English, I think my sister's going to have really a lot of difficulties about the academic level. So I think the government should continue teaching this subject in English.
How about kids from rural area?
Kids rural area definitely is more towards teachers' responsibilities. I realized because my sister is a teacher, both of my brother-in-law and my brother also a teacher, so I'm coming from a family members that most of them are teachers, you know, and none of them can speak English, so it's difficult. So I'm quite surprised. I think the government should change the systems of teaching teachers, you know. The teachers should understand the levels or the maturity of the students nowadays, whether you're coming from a city or whether you're coming from the rural areas, whether you're coming from the rich people, your poor people. If the government educate the teachers first, I think the students shouldn't be a problem.
Government has decided to teach maths and science in Bahasa Malaysia. So what is your opinion about this decision?
Good question. Now, my personal view, this is my personal view. I don't agree to the government to change the teaching of Bahasa in English and science, even mathematics and science. The reason being, the system is already running now. I mean, the two subjects were teaching in English, and the system already running, and is well received by all folks. Now, changing of teaching in Malay is just for political agenda, because it become a racist issue. Because they think only we can do things in Bahasa Malaysia. They're looking at some other country which they are doing in their own language. But they must understand this country is multiracial. And we need to play international, global player. If you want to be a global player, you need to have English. And these two subjects is very important to go to the overseas and do further studies. And for that, we need to think next generations. For next generations, we want to play a world player, you have to have English. These two subjects are very important. That is my opinion. And these two subjects must be taught in English.
There is a claim that kampung boys, Malays who are staying in kampung, and Indians, Chinese from estate or kampung side, they will have difficulties to communicate in English because the parents will be talking in their mother tongue. So, what is your comment about this?
That is only excuse they give me. Like if you take in estates, the parents only talk in Tamil, but the children learn in Malay. They go to school and learn Malay. How they learn? This is gimmicks. It's also, again, coming back to the political issue. It's a mindset. How do you change your mind? If people want to learn in English, they will learn in English. If you want to learn in Malay, it's in Malay. You cannot say in kampung, people mother tongues are different and they cannot learn different language. It's just political gimmick. It's a mindset. We need to change the mindset. You will learn in English, although the mother tongue is Malay, Tamil or Chinese. Because the young children are fresh. Their mind is very simple. They can pick up any language. It's a mindset.
I'm against it totally. I don't believe in it. It confuses the child. Moreover, when you go on later on in life in college, everything is in English. Reference books, when I did my dissertation, everything was in English. You don't find anything in the Bahasa. You have to write your thesis also in English. If you want to get for me, an overseas degree, even though I did it locally, I have to do my research in English. And my child is in standard 1 now, and the thought of him having to do in maths and science and Bahasa is really worrying for me, knowing that he excels better in English and he struggles in the Bahasa language. As it is, there's so many subjects already in Bahasa. I don't think it will make much difference, even if they increase the hours of English lessons.
How about kids in rural areas? You think they can catch up with English if they teach in English?
Well, maybe they could actually, explain to the kids in Bahasa also, and also have the exams in 2 languages, Bahasa and English, an option for the children there to choose what language they want to do the exams in. It'd be easier if teachers there are trained to teach them in Bahasa and English and explain to them. Maybe they will understand it much better.
Okay, I think teaching English and science and maths in Bahasa is not a very encouraging move, because my 3 generations, we also learned all from English we got up, and suddenly they want to change the whole system. I feel this is only for one particular ethnic group, this decision. No? And our DPM, who happened to be the Minister of Education as well, and he is trying to preach a lot, and he should know that he first, before preaching, he should bring up all the minister's children and his children from all the international schools and from all the countries to show us that they are ready to accept the Bahasa here. See, then that is a way we can also follow. You see, otherwise, if you preach and we don't follow, no point preaching. You see, so I feel that this is only one particular ethnic group, which is not in favor of us at all.
How about kids in rural areas? You think can they cope up with English if they've been?
Of course, we feel for the kids in rural areas because they are not well versed in English. They don't grow up together with English speaking parents, you see. So we can have bilingual things like that. You see, like for them in a different form they can do it. You see, like they are going to change the whole system. How much money incurred. Changing the books, change translation, all this costs money, a lot of money. It's not that easy to change it suddenly overnight. I think by now the Minister of Education should get his point that most of them want this to be taught in English. I feel that.